Antarctica, a continent shrouded in ice and mystery, holds secrets buried for millennia. What if, beneath its vast, frozen expanse, something truly ancient, something utterly alien, lay dormant for 100,000 years? And what if, in our relentless pursuit of scientific discovery, we awakened it? This isn't just a hypothetical thought experiment. Imagine a team of dedicated scientists, deep within the desolate Antarctic interior, meticulously extracting an ice core. Not just any ice core, but one dating back an astounding 100,000 years, a window into an unimaginably distant past. Their goal: to study ancient atmospheric conditions, past climates, perhaps even microbial life preserved for eons. It was a routine, albeit profound, scientific endeavor. Until it wasn't. The particular core, designated AC-27, was brought back to the research station's specialized thawing lab. As the ice slowly yielded to controlled temperatures, releasing trapped gases and microscopic particles, something unexpected began to emerge. A dark, amorphous mass, initially no larger than a human fist, stirred within the melting water. Initial analysis suggested a highly complex cellular structure, unlike anything catalogued in known biology. Curiosity quickly turned to alarm. Barely an hour after the final thaw, the creature, for lack of a better term, began to show unmistakable signs of life. It pulsed, absorbed nutrients from its surrounding environment, and most disturbingly, it grew. Within the first 6 hours, what began as a 3-foot specimen had escalated to an astonishing 15 feet in length. Its growth was not merely rapid, it was adaptive. Every containment measure, every chemical agent, every attempt to study or neutralize it was met with instant, inexplicable resistance. It evolved, almost in real time, right before the astounded and terrified eyes of the research team. This was no ordinary organism. The timeline of horror accelerated with terrifying precision. By the 12th hour, the creature exhibited behaviors that suggested not just instinctual survival, but genuine intelligence. It began manipulating its environment, testing its physical boundaries, and even appearing to observe the scientists themselves. The initial scientific curiosity had long since evaporated, replaced by a desperate, frantic scramble to understand and contain an entity that defied every known biological principle. Communication with the outside world became fraught with urgency, but the isolated nature of the station meant help was days away, if it could even arrive. Then came the chilling 24-hour mark. The creature, now a monstrous, undulating mass, began to mimic human form. Not perfectly, not at first, but enough to instill a primal terror. The implications were horrifying. It wasn't just intelligent. It was learning, adapting, and potentially infiltrating. Panic began to grip the station. Trust evaporated as paranoia set in. Who was real? Who was a copy? The line between observer and prey blurred catastrophically. The crisis reached its grim crescendo after 48 hours. All transmissions from the Antarctic research station abruptly ceased. The last, garbled messages spoke of desperate last stands, breached defenses, and a horrifying, shapeless threat. Silence descended, thick and absolute, blanketing the frozen continent. 72 hours after the thawing began, a military quarantine was unilaterally declared, encompassing the entire sector of Antarctica where the station was located. No ships, no aircraft, nothing was permitted within a 1,000-mile radius. The official explanation was a severe, uncontained biohazard. The truth, whispered among the few who knew, was far more terrifying. A creature from 100,000 years ago, awakened by human curiosity, had unleashed an evolutionary nightmare. The fate of the scientists remains unknown, lost to the relentless Antarctic silence. But the questions linger. What exactly did we unleash? Is it contained, or merely dormant again, waiting for another opportunity? And what truly lies frozen beneath the ancient ice, waiting for humanity to make its next fatal mistake? The chilling reality is that sometimes, the oldest secrets are best left undisturbed.